When Cleopatra was 18, her father, King Ptolemy XII, passed away. In his will, he declared that Cleopatra would rule Egypt, but with her 10-year-old brother, Ptolemy XIII. In ancient Egypt it was common for siblings to share the throne, but Cleopatra didn't want to share power. She believed she was more capable and intelligent. Her brother's advisors didn't like Cleopatra's strength and intelligence. They wanted her brother to rule alone because he was easier to control. Soon, Cleopatra was forced to flee to the desert with only a few loyal followers. But Cleopatra never gave up. When she learned that the powerful Roman general Julius Caesar had arrived in Egypt, she saw an opportunity. She came up with a bold plan. She had herself smuggled into Caesar's quarters inside a rolled carpet. When the carpet was unrolled, Cleopatra appeared, stunning and confident. Caesar was impressed by her beauty, intelligence, and ambition. He agreed to help her reclaim her throne. Together, they defeated Ptolemy XIII, and Cleopatra became the true queen of Egypt. She then worked hard to strengthen her country, improve trade, and build a strong alliance with Rome. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar's relationship grew beyond politics. It became a story of love and ambition. They admired each other's intelligence and strength, and soon Cleopatra gave birth to Caesar Ion, known as Little Caesar. She dreamed that her son would unite Egypt and Rome. But their love caused scandal in Rome. Many feared Cleopatra's influence and called her a dangerous temptress. Still, Cleopatra traveled to Rome with Caesarion, arriving in grand style, with golden chariots, exotic animals, and magnificent servants. While in Rome, she witnessed Caesar's rise to power. He became dictator for life, but many senators feared him. In 44 BCE, Caesar was assassinated in the Roman Senate. Cleopatra was heartbroken. She fled back to Egypt with her son, determined to stay strong. Back home, Cleopatra ruled wisely. She protected her kingdom, strengthened her army, and prepared her son to be a future ruler. But Egypt still faced threats from Rome, and Cleopatra knew she needed a new ally. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. After Caesar's death, Rome fell into chaos. One of its powerful leaders was Mark Antony, a brave and charismatic general. Antony needed Egypt's support, and Cleopatra saw a chance to protect her kingdom. When Antony invited her to meet him in Tarsus, Cleopatra made a legendary entrance, sailing on a golden ship with purple sails, dressed as the goddess Aphrodite. Antony was captivated by her beauty and charm, and the two quickly fell in love. Antony followed Cleopatra to Egypt, where they enjoyed a life of luxury and celebration. Their bond grew stronger, and they had 3 children together: Alexander Helios, Cleopatra Selene, and Ptolemy Philadelphus. However, their relationship angered Octavian, Caesar's adopted son. Antony was already married to Octavian's sister, and his alliance with Cleopatra created political tension. Eventually, Octavian declared war on them. The fall of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. In 31 BCE, Cleopatra and Antony faced Octavian's army at the Battle of Actium. Cleopatra commanded her Egyptian fleet, and Antony led his Roman forces. But Octavian's army was stronger. During the battle, Cleopatra's ship turned and sailed away, possibly a strategic move, but Antony misunderstood, thinking she had betrayed him. Heartbroken, Antony's forces fell apart, and they lost the battle. He returned to Egypt to find Cleopatra and learned the truth. she hadn't betrayed him. They reunited, but Octavian's army soon invaded Egypt. Knowing defeat was certain, Antony fought one last battle, then fell on his sword, believing Cleopatra was dead. He died in her arms when they were reunited. Cleopatra refused to be taken to Rome as a prisoner. Dressed in her royal robes and crown, she chose her own fate. According to legend, she allowed a poisonous snake to bite her, ending her life with dignity. When Octavian found her, she lay peacefully, still every inch a queen. Egypt became part of the Roman Empire, marking the end of an era. Cleopatra's life was filled with love, courage, and intelligence. She proved that women can be powerful leaders and thinkers. Even in tragedy, she remained bold and unforgettable. Her story teaches us to stay strong, dream big, and never let fear stop us. Like Cleopatra, we can face challenges with courage, pride, and grace, and leave behind a legacy that inspires generations.